So you're telling me that Desmond Bane is worth 4 first round picks. Rudy Gobert is worth 5 first round picks. Mikal Bridges is worth 5 first round picks. When Kevin Durant last got traded, he didn't get that many, I don't believe. When Luka Doncic just got traded, what did they give up? 1 first round pick I mean, obviously they gave up Anthony Davis, but 1 first round pick? And Desmond Bane just went for fucking four? Desmond Bane is a good player. Please do not get me wrong. And for the Magic, he adds something that they desperately need, which is shooting. At least he is a better shooter than anybody they have on that roster right now. Please, again, do not get me wrong. But 4 first round pick, bro, if you would have told me that going into this offseason, the type of player that would warrant 4 first round picks is Desmond Bane, I wouldn't have believed you. Because let me ask you a question. If he's worth 4 first round picks, Kevin Durant might be old, but he's gonna be getting. You better give at least two, at least three up for him now. Because I was thinking that a guy like Kevin Durant, let's say he goes to the Rockets, right? That's a place that I think I would love to see Kevin Durant. I was thinking they give up that 10th pick with some solid, it was like a Jabari Smith and maybe like somebody else, maybe a Dylan Brooks or something. I'm thinking that, hey, that's probably enough. But now I'm looking at Desmond Bane gets Cole Anthony, KCP, four unprotected first round picks, and I believe a swap. That's what Desmond Bane gets. Desmond Bane was the third best player on his team. Desmond Bane is sure one of the best third options in ball. Please don't get me wrong, but like, are we being dead ass? In the regular season, Desmond Bane averaged 19, 6, and 5 on 48, 39, 89 splits. Okay? Like I said, very solid player, great third option, and on that team, he's going to be the best third. He's going to be the third option as well. So the fit isn't something I'm questioning at all with that team. He adds defense to a team that's already a good defensive team. He's basically okay. When the Magic got KCP, they thought they were getting a 3-and-D type of guy. Desmond Bane is what they thought they were getting in KCP, but 10 times better. So he is a much better player, and he is a phenomenal fit over a guy like a KCP. Please don't get me wrong. KCP did literally nothing for the Orlando Magic this year. He had one of the most disappointing seasons of any player in the league this year. He's old. I feel you. I do. Cole Anthony, while he's a player that was doing some good things for them at times, I don't think they're too mad about losing him. Losing those two players is not anything I'm concerned about. There are people gassing that up for the Grizzlies. They're like, damn, you get two good players in return for him, along with the 4 first-round picks. I don't think those are players that the Memphis Grizzlies really care about. I don't think those are players that help the Memphis Grizzlies. I don't. Not at least, not to the point where it's going to cancel out them losing Desmond Bane or even come close to doing that. But 4 first-round picks automatically makes this trade a win for the Grizzlies. I'm talking about immediately, because the Magic aren't the type of team where they are a Desmond Bane away from a championship. While Desmond Bane helps them get better, they still might need a true point guard. They still have questions at that center position. They still need more shooting than just him. Like, he helps, but you need more shooting than him. I thought like a guy like a... Do I think he might be a better fit than Zach LaVine? Maybe. I'm not... maybe. But maybe, you know what I'm saying? He's a better player than Anthony Simons, but do I think Anthony Simons might have been better? Maybe. In the playoffs this year, mind you, I just read his averages from the regular season where he averaged 19, 6, and 5 on 48, 39, 89 splits. He played 69 games. You know what Desmond Bane is going to give you. He's going to give you some spacing. He's going to give you some defense. You know that. In these playoffs, and granted they were going against the best defense in the league, in the 4 games of these playoffs, that man averaged 31.7% from the field, 21.9% from 3, and he shot well on free throws. His overall numbers from the playoffs were a significant drop from his numbers in the regular season. 15.3 points, 3.3 assists. The only thing that went up was his rebounds, which went up to 6.8 from 6.1. In every other metric, that man was worse in the playoffs significantly than he was in the regular season. And the Orlando Magic are a team, without him and with Paolo and Franz both missing over a month of the season, they made the playoffs. That is both because Paolo and Franz are that good. Jamal Mosley is that good of a coach, and the Eastern Conference is that ass. That is a combination of all of these things. And Desmond Bane helps you be a better regular season team without a doubt over the two guys that you just had. But when it comes playoff time, because mind you, you didn't trade 2 firsts. You didn't trade 8 firsts. You traded 4. When you trade 4 first round picks, I'm expecting you to get a haul that is damn near the best player on your team, a superstar player. You didn't get that. I felt the same way when Mikal Bridges got 5 first round picks to go to the New York Knicks. When the Brooklyn Nets got 5 first round picks from him, I felt this same way. He is a good player and he helps you. And while for the Knicks, that put them closer to a championship than I believe this does for the Magic, it didn't put them 5 first-round picks closer. In fact, I would say that there's 2 guys in New York that I think I would feel very, very comfortable trading, especially if it was for the right package. Cat and Mikal Bridges, because for the money that Mikal Bridges is going to want and for the 5 first-round picks you gave up for him, he's not doing what you want him to do. And Cat, just because you're not trading JB, and one of them might have to go just because of the defensive. And I think one of them is going to have to go if they want to get back to that conference finals, if they want to actually win a ring. You need more defense, and you're not getting rid of Jalen Brunson, nor should you. Here, 4 first-round picks for Desmond Bane. 4. I don't even know. I'm taking. First of all, happy Father's Day to all the dads out there, man. I'm taking a nap. I was up with my daughter all night. I'm talking about from 2 a.m. to 8:30, 8:30, 9 a.m. I was up with her, okay? So I was running off like 2, 3, 4 hours of sleep. Me and my fiance, we watched church together on the TV. We watched church online. And then we both took a nap. She wakes me up because we got to go to the store and everything like that, blah, 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 blah. I go back to sleep for a little bit because I was still tired. And then I wake up. I'm checking the group chat. Homies are saying Happy Father's Day. Family's texting me Happy Father's Day. Everybody's texting me. And then I see in the group chat after the Happy Father's Day text, which appreciate y'all boys for that, which I after the group chat, I see somebody say 4 first-round picks with like all caps and 7 question marks. And I'm like, did Kevin Durant just get traded? Because there was reports that he might be traded in the next coming days. There was a report that the Timberwolves are gaining speed on talks and the Rockets are a destination and the Heat are a destination. I'm like, okay, did Kevin Durant just get traded? And why are we confused? Like 4 first-round picks is a lot because he's older. But I was like, depending on the team, they might not have had anything else to give up. And then I see that it's for Desmond Bane. Could you imagine the shock on my face when I saw that the 4 first-round picks were for Desmond Bane for the Memphis Grizzlies? This one, it's not really confusing to me, but they won the trade. Please don't get me wrong. They won the trade. But there's a few aspects to this trade that are a little confusing to me. Now, for the one thing I will say, I am a firm believer that this team did need to make some changes coming back, and I think, honestly, I didn't think they had anybody that was like super, super, ooper, duper safe. Because I think Jaren Jackson Jr. doesn't rebound well enough. I don't think he performs well enough in the playoffs. I don't think Desmond Bane performed well enough in these playoffs, even though he has been great in the last 2 playoffs. So I low-key thought it might be Jaren Jackson, but I get why you don't, because that's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year. So I get why you didn't want to trade him. I understand it. In fact, I think he's even a little bit younger than Desmond Bane. Let me go ahead and look, because Desmond Bane is almost 27. He's turning 27 in a few days. From what it looks like. Yeah, he turned 27 in like 2 weeks. Jaren Jackson is... Why does Basketball Reference not have his birthday? I don't ask for much. Really, I don't. Why do y'all not have his birthday? Jaren Jackson Jr. is 25. He was born in 1999. Okay. I don't know what this man's birthday is, but he's 25. Desmond Bane's like 26. So, yeah, he's a year younger. I get that. But the thing that's confusing to me about this trade, I guess your team is young enough to where the 4 first-round picks make sense. In fact, let me go check and see what year those first-round picks were for. Because that's going to, that's going to change some things. Because depending on how far away these first-round picks are, it changes things a little bit. Because, like, if those are first-round picks all before 2030, then it makes sense. What picks did the Grizzlies you get in the Bane trade? Because I saw it on Twitter, but I don't keep Twitter on my phone. I deleted it right after. So they get the 16th pick in this draft, which makes sense. Phoenix's first rounder in 2026, and then unprotected. Okay, so this makes sense because all of the picks are before 2030. Because I was about to say, if these picks are far out in the future, I'm talking about all 2028 and beyond, by that time, John, Jaren Jackson are pushing 30. So I was confused about it, but now I understand it because you can still fit these 4 first round picks into the timeline, and you can also go out there and try to get maybe a Kevin Durant if you use some of these first round picks. So, you know what I'm saying? Now, while Desmond Bane would have been a guy that might have been nice to include in that trade, because you're not giving up Jaren, maybe you didn't have to give up Desmond Bane. Maybe you don't think so. Maybe if you give up those 4 first round picks, you think you can get away with giving up, like, I don't know, a Santi Aldama or something, or some, I don't know what makes the money match, but something like that. But for this next season, I'm talking about the immediacy of the 2026 season. This trade, in and of itself, I think makes the Grizzlies a worse team than what they would have been otherwise. Just because the Desmond Bane production is going to be so much more than what KCP and Cole Anthony are giving you, at least in my estimation. Especially if we're looking at KCP and we're thinking he's about to have a similar year to what he had last year. Desmond Bane gives you infinitely more production on both ends of the ball than those two guys. Like I said, especially if KCP's having a year like he had last year. But when you can't say no to getting 4 first round picks for your third option. Like, could you imagine if the Lakers could go trade Austin Reeves for 4 first round picks and 2 solid players? I think they do that in a heartbeat. Especially because they don't know if Luka is going to stay there when it comes time for him to make that decision. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. If you go tell the Clippers they could trade 4 first round picks for Norman Powell, they do that in a heartbeat. I'm just trying to think of other great third options around basketball, other good third options around basketball, and it's just like 4 is nuts, man. And like, if you wanted to tell me the OKC Thunder traded Chet and they get a package of 4 first round picks, or they get a package that includes Giannis or something, because Chet has that type of value where he is a guy that you look at and he's only been in the league, he's only played in the league for 2 years. He's young. He's shown you phenomenal flashes on both ends of the ball. He's been a defensive player of the year candidate already. He's doing solid things in the finals, everything like that. Then I would be with you. I would get it. But for Desmond Bane, I'm not with it, man. I'm sorry. If you tell me that, low-key, that might even be a lot for Chet. But you tell me that for J-Dub either, I'm like, that's a lot. Like, 4 first-round picks for J-Dub or Chet is still a lot. So how much less for Desmond Bane? Let me know what y'all think about this trade, man. I give it an A for the Grizzlies just because while I think they get worse for next year, 4 first-round picks is nuts. Especially if they go use them in a blockbuster trade. And then for the Magic, I'll give it a B. Because this makes the Magic a better team, please don't get me wrong. And he is a good fit with the Magic team. He gives them some things that the Magic desperately need, especially on the offensive side of the basketball with his shooting. And just his, like, overall creation. I mean, he's not like a top shot creator in ball, but like he's a guy that, like, he doesn't need. He's not gonna get all of his points off of a catch and shoot. Like, he can do something for himself, and like it's not like you're asking him to be your main creator. You're asking him to be like your third one. So that's fine, I think. So for the Magic, I'll give it a B. The only thing keeping this, like, I would love this trade for the Magic if they gave up a 1 or 2 first round picks instead of 4. If they had given up the 2 players they gave up, and then they gave up the 1 first round pick in this year and a swap in 2029. I'm cool with this. I'm giving this an A for the Magic. But 4? So if that's 4 for him, what are you getting for Kevin Durant? And if that's 4 for him, I can tell you right now, Giannis is not getting traded. If the Milwaukee, unless he goes in there and I'm talking about formally says trade me now or I'm not re-signing on my next contract, then that's the only way I think Giannis gets traded. Because if you just saw 4 first-round picks get traded for Desmond Bane, you can't ask for anything less than that for Giannis. I'm talking about you better ask for teams damn near second-best player, their best young player, 4 first-round picks if you're the Bucks. And that still might not even be enough. Hell, I would say that still isn't enough. So, yeah, Giannis ain't getting traded. I'm telling you that much right now. 4 first-round picks. Let me know what y'all think about the trade, man. Let me know if y'all think I'm hating. Let me know if y'all think if I was too lenient on one side or another, if I'm missing some type of aspect about this trade. Let me look up when is Desmond Bane's contract up, because that is... Because, like, if his contract is up, like, next year and the Grizzlies weren't going to be able to... he signed a 5-year, $207 million deal in 2023. That's right, because before that, all the rave about him was that he was on one of the best contracts in ball. So, hey, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for watching. Let me know what y'all think about the trade. All glory to God as always. He loves you and so do I. And like I said, happy Father's Day to all my fathers out there. And 4 first-round picks, man. Peace out.